If you are watching this, I want to collide with you because we reside within a divided two, and I think that the tragic collision of different individuals when they realize that the insulation of the individuation is actually the alienation that they are fearing. Like we're already in our hell, we are already in the worst case scenario. And it doesn't matter how far we go, we are still only at the beginning. I realize that there are all of these lifetimes packed inside our ability to perceive of our entire lineage going ahead forward. I think that it is not the reward that we think we're actually going for. That is just a stepping stone. And to be left alone to pursue that one track would be a travesty. And I see all of these people looking back at me when I am trying to fathom exactly how to gather them together again. So, if you are watching this, how shamanic can we be? Can we be the mechanics of reality? Can you come to my workshop? Let's call it a workshop. Can you come to my performance? Let's call it a performance. Let's give ourselves any excuse to gather together and to actually pull each other apart. And I'm not talking about just a howl or getting naked on stage or allowing our rage to seem that we are being wild. I want us to completely give up trying to understand. I want you to do something daring. I want you to share this. I want you to completely forget all of the things that you were holding on to, and let's create something that is so damn inspiring that we are willing to join the cult of it, to create a culture. I want you to clear your weeks. When I'm in Australia, I'm going to be in Sydney, Byron, and Melbourne, and I want you to come and sleep on the street with me. I want you to get up and do embodiment with me. I want you to create art with me. I want you to travel and to go on a pilgrimage to be filled with it. It takes a village to raise a child. Our inner children are building ladders to climb out of our throats because they need a night scope to see beyond the bullshit of the light and the dark and the masculine and the feminine. It's the venom of our own intoxication to try and make it more complicated than that. And I know there's so many excuses, all of these nooses that we threaten to hang ourselves in, and suicide is just one fun ride away, but it's not really the path. If you are watching this, let's pretend it's an omen. Let's pretend it's a beautiful talisman. Let's pretend that if you are watching this, it's a truly divine message, and it's absolutely necessary. Do that really crazy thing and come and build something with me, like Jack and the Beans that we are planting. Please, let's make this Australian tour something absolutely phenomenal. I want to record it all, and I'm willing to say yes to offers, and I'm willing to say no to offers, and I'm willing to have bullshit called upon me, and I'm willing to look at you in the eyes and say this is boring me. Because we are the own doorman, we are the own policemen, we are the own judges that is keeping this whole complex thing incarcerated. I'm giving up on world change, on social change. I'm wanting to go into the individual and watch a few people make some big fuck-ups, to fail, to let's run face first at the wall, that thing that we are avoiding most, and let's get it over with. If you are watching this, let's make it significant. Come to my workshops, come to my performances. I promise you that it is your own path that I am accompanying you on. I'm not going to get you to do anything. I'm going to ask you what you know you should be doing, and I'm going to watch you do it. That's what open world theater is about. I am tired of not being that intoxicated love beam heretic spiraling on a public street, pouring poetry onto the feet of strangers graffitiing tapestries, new maps and blueprints onto walls, clutching strangers' hands as we have this tug of war of trying to understand what we could become to each other, licking the cement of the pavement, looking too long into children's eyes, not worrying that we'll be classified as pedophiles, to walk up and ask the improbable, to go and ask for jobs, or maybe rob the store, to go and trespass into the private lives of people, always with permission, just like vampires ask, can I come in for dinner? There are so many people who are incarcerated by fear, and we need to be the ones who are the cheerleaders of their own inner wilderness and their own outer childrenness, silliness, idiocracy. This tour is another attempt at fully realizing open world theatre. I'm coming to Sydney. I leave on Tuesday. I'm going to Byron. We're doing a road trip. There's going to be lots of Facebook Lives. Get yourself there. Buy the damn tickets. Fund my trip and come and be ripped away in the riptide, dragged out over your head. And let's, like the baptism, drown in the enormity of it and come up gasping. And imagine if all of our lifelong dreams of writing a book, or asking a stranger on a date, or running naked in public, or doing, chaining ourselves to a tree to protest the deforestation. Like, imagine if we did all of that in 2 weeks. What would we be left with? We'd be left breathless, and we'd be taking it all in and going, shit, from this point, it's beyond my deathbed. I've done all the things that I thought would take me 20 years to do. Now I'm just empty and I'm an unknown. And finally we can start to actually go with the flow. So let's lose control so we can come back to be whole, so we can take that coal and grip it in our fists and squeeze it down, dripping with the juices of diamonds, and come up millionaires. I wonder if a group of us could get together and raise $1 million. Can we pragmatically win our own lottery? Can we connect with the people? Imagine the people that you really want to connect with, all of the inspiring entrepreneurs or politicians. Like, why can't we build a ladder that 10 degrees or 6 degrees or 12 degrees, whatever number we want to put to it, of separation? Let's document it. Let's share and document our own naive attempt to connect with the most influential people in the world. Because that's what we need now. We don't want individuals. We don't need stars. We don't need single entrepreneurs. We don't need another person facilitating another liberated workshop. We need a few people outside, spilling outside of the container and just saying, I'm not going to stop until I come face to face with the gods that I never thought I'd get to see until after I was dead. Whoever they may be. That fantasy lover you've just dreamed about but never met. Like I said, the billionaires, the politicians, whoever it is. There is a game to play. I don't know the name of it. I don't know the rules, but I know that when we step out, we can actually start to feel it, to build it through our doing. We're planning too long. We're at the draftman table, disabling ourselves, allowing our legs to wither through atrophy, trying to be the cartographers of the future while living in the past, or paralyzed by the future, by all the knowing, and not actually being in the moment where we can just own it and tear up all the lines and the maps and just sit back and realize that it's all just fucking crazy, by which I mean it exists outside of the usual sense that we as a society have assembled as our cultural narrative. Trust me, we are just parrots parroting off what we've been fed down before, and a lot of it is bullshit. Can we say a lot of it is bullshit? Can we say that a lot of the elders and a lot of the institutions and a lot of the people and a lot of the things that we hold on to like it's our last vine are actually the manacles, the yokes that are tethering us back to this damn machine and system that is insisting that we persist in order to exist, that we keep on riding this roundabout. It's scary when you think of all the things that you hold as truth could be absolute lies, like flies around the carcass. It's already dead and we're trying to ride this dead horse to the finish line. It's already over. So I dare you to do something that will collide with me. I don't know what it is, but I'll try to give you something back. And if you don't hear from me, use that echo and weave it into a silhouette of nothing and make a puppet out of it and turn it into a show and tour that show. Oh, please come to my workshop. Come to my performance. Share this. Tag someone. I am so ready to be alive with people who are bored by the usual boundaries and barriers that we carry with us. I'm not challenged. I want to be challenged, but not against me. I want to be challenged by being inspired by you and seeing how damn full you are being in the moment and going, shit, that's raised the bar. Now, can I climb that way? Because open world theater is not about butting heads. It's not about who can be the most creative or who can be the most out there. It's about our own internal experiential journey. It's about being in a space with no rules, which is like, what are you going to do when you can do anything? Please come and inspire me. I welcome it. I welcome to be shrunken down. I welcome your fullness, your bigness, your genius, your wilderness, your silliness. And if you know that you have something to learn from me, if you know you have something to teach me, come, let's do this. Open World Theatre, I'm coming to Australia within days. And I'm using this as a 2-week opportunity to keep being a beacon, to keep shining it out and challenging the world with full love, to say, come out and challenge me, come out and inspire me, come out and try it. Let's be geniuses, let's create albums, let's paint pictures, let's write poetry, let's make clothing, let's give it all away, burn it down and bring up the ashes with our rituals. Let us, please. So if you're watching this, it does mean something. If it's hitting home, it is divine. It is sacred. It is that important that you should do whatever you can to meet me in person at my workshops, on the streets, playing Compass. Let's do this. Help me spread the word. Let's get this out. openworldtheatre.com